And then I hear people saying, you're oversimplifying it. It just can't be that simple. Yes, it can be that simple because Jesus said you have to become as a little child. You can't make it too simple. I was giving some talks 3 years ago at Cambridge University, and the students packed the Great St. Mary's Church every night for those, they called them lectures. And then they had 5 other buildings wired with sound so that the students could come to other places and listen as well. And I was speaking, and I always thought that I talked very simply. And in the meeting the next day, the leaders of the group that had invited me to come, the religious leaders of the university, came together and they said, you know, you're talking over the heads of the students. You've got to make it more simple. And I thought to myself, how can you make it more simple? Because I'm a very simple man. I'm not a great don, I'm not a great professor, I'm not a great intellectual like these people here. But you see, people come to Christ because, you see, you may be a PhD in chemistry, but you may know nothing about the things of God as far as really knowing Christ. So it has to be simple. And then there are others that say, I'm too young or I'm too old. You see, if the devil can't get you while you're too young, to say you're too young, he'll tell you you're too old. And then there are people that say, well, there are too many hypocrites in the church. Well, I agree to that. But you know, there are quacks in every profession, quacks among doctors. I'm never going to go to a doctor again because they're quacks. Grocery man will put his hand sometimes on the scales in the old rural areas and make it weigh more than it really does. Am I not going to buy any more groceries because they're cheating in it? My wife was in a restaurant some time ago and they added something to her bill, and she looked at that bill and she knew it didn't belong, so she took it to the waitress and said, what happened? I didn't order some of these things. She said, I know, but the people that were here before you, they ordered it and they didn't pay for it. We had to put it somewhere. Now, my father was a dairy farmer, and we had dairymen in our area that were accused, allegedly, of putting water in the milk. Now, does that mean that I'll drink no more milk because there's been water in it? What about the watermelons? Sure, I'm going to eat watermelons. Just because some little something and cheese, or, you know, they've got it fixed now so that you can't eat anything. It's going to cause cancer. But the scripture says, for we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise. God condemns the hypocrites. Yes, but that's no excuse for you. No excuse for you. No excuse for you.